Hey, it's your girl KV back with another review. This one is for love after lockup, during lockup, life and lockup, life, love, and lockup. That's what I'm gonna start calling these life, love, and lockup, y'all. Season 5, episode 45. Without trust, you have nothing. Let's start with Kim and Joey. They were pretty easy, didn't have much going on. They go out to eat, and she tells him that she is still very much married. She gonna say to him, "You think a fairy is supposed to just come out of the sky and handle it?" No, he said that to her. "You think some fairy is supposed to come out of the sky and handle it?" I said, "Right, Joey?" She said, "No, I think that's what you think because you're telling people that it could be any day now." Girl, he's telling people that it could be any day now because he thought that you filed because you said that it could be any day now. It's almost final. Plus, you guys are planning a wedding. You're having an engagement party. You guys are planning to buy a house. So, yeah, one would believe that it could be happening any day now if you're making all of these outside plans. Yes, they should ask. Yes, you should be forthcoming, but still. It makes no sense for you to be planning to marry somebody else, buying a new dress, paying for an engagement party, trying to get a new house when you're still married. And Joey said that. He was like, "I'm not finna go to pay for a house just for, it to come up in a divorce. And what if he get the house? What if he gets something because it's acquired in their marriage?" I said, "Ooh, okay." But now he's trying to make it be like, "Well, I don't feel like getting no job if that's..." No, sir, you still need to get your grown behind a job. Even if you're not contributing to buying a new house, you still should contribute to the rent and bills in the home that's above your head right now. Something about why he got to get a job. Next, we see Bianca and Daniel, y'all. Daniel confronts her about her drinking after he talks with his cousin. His cousin was like, "Yeah, she was drinking, she was drunk. She talked about how you don't do this, you won't give her no foreplay." He lets her know that he feels a way about her talking to his cousin about the sex life. He asks her if she thinks she is codependent on him because she is. She expects for her happiness to come out of him. If he doesn't make her happy, she's not happy. And so it's very frustrating. But apparently he mentioned like something in the past where she felt codependent as far as she thought he was cheating and she was joining Facebook groups and investigating, trying to see if she was cheating. And her wanting him to get the coffee and holding it over his head like that triggered him into being like, "See how codependent she is? She gonna die because I didn't get this daggone coffee to her." He basically tells her that these expectations of being a slave is a red flag for him. She's like, "Oh, I'm a red flag?" He's like, "I didn't say you were a red flag, but that you expecting me to do everything for you, that is a red flag." I said, tell her, Daniel, tell her. So they end up going for a walk because, she wants some type of romantic type of date, but he just fresh out of jail, so he ain't got no money to take her nowhere. So they're just going to go for a walk. On this walk, he gets overwhelmed because, he's been in jail for so long. He's not used to the sky and just the openness of everything and just seeing the trees and seeing the sun and, just being able to just walk until you can't walk no more. He gets overwhelmed and Bianca is like, "What's wrong with you, Daniel? Daniel, why are you holding my hand like that? I don't like the way you're holding my hand. You should hold my hand like this. Daniel, why are you walking so fast? You're like splitting me in half. Daniel, why are you doing this?" And he's trying to tell her like, "Hey, it's not you. It's just a lot right now. I'm not used to this. I've been in jail for 5 years and I'm getting adjusted." And she's just like, "Well, why are you like, Daniel, like what the?" And she starts cussing at him and talking all crazy to him. And I'm just like, this girl will ruin any and every moment. No moment is safe with her in the room. She just truly made it this huge deal. And she is upset that he is triggered. She's like, "I guess his PTSD is going to be, worse than I expected it to be." Okay, girl. So they get home and he basically like low-key apologizes for upsetting her. He explains to her that he was triggered, but she's still not quite understanding it. He just needs to run. Like I said, he needs to run far away from this girl. Next, let's talk about Zaria and Troy. Y'all, Zaria's mom and dad's house has burnt down, and she is shook, especially since her son was there at the time of the fire. She says that the medium was right. Her psychic was right, because she said there was a lot of turmoil and stuff that was going through her life, and she just needed to buckle up for all the mess that was coming. So if she was right about that, she must be right about the relationship too. So Troy, we must not gonna be together. And Troy is like, oh my God, do you know how ridiculous this sounds? Because I'm sitting right next to you. Troy is beyond annoyed, and I'm like, I'm annoyed, so I know he is annoyed. So at this point, they're going over to the church to see the parents, because they're going to host their work events from the family church, since the funding, is messed up and they ain't got the building no more. I said, Keyshawn Show said they need to do it at that church, and that's what that's what they doing, girl. You was right. So they're doing stuff at the family church, trying to reach the community. Z has been trying to call her mother, and she has not been picking up the phone. This is where Zaria, she's one of those people that just centers everything around her. She's extremely self-centered, and she starts making this about her. Like, she wonders if her mom blames her because recently, I don't know if it was like the next day or whatever, the next night, but recently she had told her mother about the psychic, and she just hoped that her mama don't think that was the psychic spirits coming to haunt the mama and daddy, since they said this witchcraft and she shouldn't be doing it. I'm like, Zaria, go to bed. just go to bed, girl. At this point, Zaria lets us know that she is adopted, and she has recently connected with her birth dad, who had no idea she existed. Her birth mom was not with it at all. She told her this was a closed adoption for a reason. She didn't want nothing to do with her. She said her mama was 16 when she gave birth and gave her up for adoption. So the streets had already been saying this. I didn't know how true it was, because I just didn't care to go look it up. I'm like, if she's going to talk about it on the show, she's going to talk about it. But the streets had already been saying that the people who live in their town said that Zaria is adopted and that her son lives with her mama. And it's like, basically, we kind of got that confirmation of both on this episode, because we've seen her son over there with them, but more often than not, we don't see that son, and she's telling him, pack a bag for grandma and granddaddy's house. So clearly she got him staying over there. Hey, if they cool with it, it is what it is, y'all. So she's talking to her mom about the fire. They're staying in a hotel right now, and she's just saying, she got to get the house fixed and everything. And right on the heels of talking about the fire, Zaria goes right into talking about how she's ready for a wedding. Mind you, they're already married, but she's ready for a wedding now, y'all. I said, oh my God. She asked the mom how much they gonna contribute to the wedding. Girl, can they get their house back together from a fire first? And didn't you just say that you don't know if this relationship is gonna last? So why would you plan and pay for a ceremony? Zaria gets on my nerves real bad. Real bad, y'all. I want her to go on somewhere. All the women of this season, really. Every single last one of them is annoying and needs to be talking to somebody's therapist, okay? Next, we're going to get to Brittany and Key-Rock with their young and dumb selves. They pick up where we left off with the PO telling her that they don't really think that she should get married. She's just like, whatever, I'm going to buy this dress. She said that she's not going to tell Key-Rock what the PO said. They at the elopement day, and she's having second thoughts, because this is just not how she saw it. She didn't really want to have two weddings, as far as the elopement and then the big wedding with all of the family. So she's having cold feet, second thoughts, and they still get dressed and go proceed. But the whole time, the bestie is just like, yeah, girl, you didn't see it like this, right? This ain't how you wanted it. Yeah, girl, you should just do this. And yeah, girl. That bestie is like, please don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. That bestie is pleading. That bestie back there fighting for her life, trying to get Brittany to not do this. A lot of people feel like they shouldn't. And I mean, I don't feel like nobody younger than 27, 28 should get married. I don't. But if there's something that you want to do and y'all both want to do it, go be it. I feel like they shouldn't necessarily rush to do it just for the sake of parole, because it might not even matter, because Brittany probably owes so much money for them robberies that they're like, nah, girl, you're going to have to get it down to this amount regardless, okay? Like I said, they really should have never made plans to move to a whole nother state without getting it approved, and the whole family moving out there too. It was just all goofy, if you ask me. But they're young and dumb, and like I said, your 20s are for making the mistakes. So glad that they're getting it out now before they turn into Kim and Joey, okay? So lastly, we got Melissa and Louie. Her friend comes over to the bar to show her this Instagram post where Louie is training this woman, and he gets behind her as she's doing the ropes, because I guess she wasn't moving her arms right. Wasn't nothing crazy. He didn't stay back there long. He didn't get too close up on her or nothing. It was just very much like, here, do your arms like this. Might not have been right, but hey, that's what he was doing. Right is in the form. She's pissed, and now she's like, well, I don't want to go on this date, because they have a date planned for later on. We, the viewers, already know this is when he plans to propose, so we know she's gonna go on this date. She gets there and she's mad because she's like, I got on these heels, you didn't tell me what type of shoes to wear, and now you telling me we finna climb the stairs to the top of this lighthouse. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I would have probably been annoyed. I would have probably been annoyed too. She thinking she just finna walk into a little restaurant and sit down and go to dinner, and he got you climbing 100 flights of stairs to get to the top of this lighthouse, knowing that you scared of heights. I probably would have been slightly annoyed too, but knowing men, I probably would just kind of keep knowing him, especially because y'all done had beach dates. Girl, just keep some flats. Just keep some comfortable shoes around, because you never know what Louie gonna pull. So they get to the top of the lighthouse, and she's just like, okay, I see it. Let's go. And he's like, you see what? And he motions her out to look at a particular part. And in the sand, it's written, marry me, with a question mark. She's excited. She sees the ring, and you can see that she's like, really like evaluating the ring, like, okay, and this is 2 carats. Okay, I was just kind of shooting in the dark. I didn't really know what 2 carats would look like. I just knew that that's, what seems like I should have. So I said 2 carats, and then he got me 2 carats, and so I like it. Good job. Y'all, she was like, basically like, I guess I ain't so mad about, you behind that lady on the ropes with the thrusting and all. He was like, girl, it wasn't no thrusting involved. Relax. And that's how this episode kind of went. It wasn't too much going on, just a little here, there, everywhere. It was kind of giving finale, and then we go to like life after lockup or whatever be the next one. That's how it's feeling, but I think we're still gonna be on whichever one this is. What is this? Child, I really don't know. I be putting it on these videos. I did change them because I think I was putting love during lockup and it's love after lockup now. So I put love after lockup, and then I think we do life after lockup. Like I said, it feel like it's gonna be next week is life after lockup, but we're gonna see. Anyway, y'all, make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how y'all are feeling about this episode. Who do y'all feel like can go, and who are y'all interested in on this cast, okay? Because it's a couple people I can see like, okay, we can wrap them up until a season or 2 later when they actually have something going on. Like Melissa and Louie, I feel like we can put them on ice until they really planning them finna get married, until the wedding is happening. Brittany and Key-Rock, I feel like we can see them on life after lockup a little bit, just to see if this 30 days go through, if she's gonna be able to move to Texas, and then after that, we can kind of put them on ice for a little minute too. Tina and Rob, they still giving it to us hot. Zaria and Troy give it to us. Justine and Michael, I think people are just going to make sure that she has a healthy delivery. So we're going to want to see that. Bianca and Daniel, they can go permanently. We don't need no updates. Kim and Joey, they can stay just so we can see how this divorce goes, how long it takes, and if Joey is the baby's daddy or no. Okay, so that's how I feel about these couples. We're gonna see. So that's it. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. I got these reviews done. I'm proud of myself. Now I'm going to take a few notes. I think I'm gonna do finish Grotesquerie. I completely forgot that I didn't finish Grotesquerie. So that's something that I plan to do this week. And I might do a YouTube music review. We're gonna see, but definitely gonna talk about Grotesquerie this week. So hope y'all enjoyed the review. Y'all have a good one. Like the video, thumbs up me, comment, let me know what y'all thought. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.